So now we come to the third not so sexy secret of wealth building, and that is leakage. Now, what do I mean by leakage? Leakage can happen in various forms. It can be in form of brokerage commissions. It can be in the form of the fees that you pay to your advisor, or maybe your fund manager. It can be currency conversion charges. It can be bid-ask spreads. It can be the fund transfer charges that you incur. Send money from one place to another. Maybe if you're investing in a country which is not your home country, and it can be countless others. These can all act like termites on your investment portfolio. Now, here is an example. Below, I have a screenshot from HSBC. I was trying to convert 100,000 US dollars into Singapore dollars. Now, this was basically at the time, brought in some cash, and we often generate enough float. So sometimes we bring the float in, and our business expenses, it happens in Singapore dollars, right? Of course, we don't need 133,000 for business expenses because we run a pretty lean organization. But I was trying to see, and on HSBC, I was getting exchange rate of 1.335, which means Singapore dollars 133,543. At the exact same time, Interactive Brokers was showing me an exchange rate of 1.34295. So there was a difference of almost $700 between the two, which works out to a leakage of 56 basis points, 0.56%. Now, many of us don't even pay too much attention to these things. We just take it for granted that, the bank is asking, so we have to pay this. But here, I had an alternative. Instead of doing the conversion on HSBC or DBS, OCBC, I can do it at a much better rate on Interactive Brokers. Or maybe if I have, an XC currency conversion account, there are lots of options available. Let's look at the third case study on leakage. So here, I have just taken a very simple case study scenario. Again, my son starts with $10,000 over a 50-year period. Here, he gets an annualized return of 15%, being a long-term investor. And here, in the first scenario, I assume no leakage. Let's just focus on this for the time being. No leakage. So at the end of a 5-decade period, generating a 15% return, if he's reinvesting the whole amount without incurring any leakage, that he just sits like a long-term investor, long-term business owner, and like a coffee can, kind of a portfolio, ends up with $10.8 million. Now, let's see what happens if he does just one transaction every year with a 50 basis point leakage on either side. Now, this leakage is a combination of all the different sources of leakage that I mentioned. Just one transaction that is, if he is, going in and out, he ends up with only $6.7 million, which means he has a cumulative loss of 37% in this case. Now, let's have some fun. Instead of just one transaction, if he has 2 transactions every year, then his end result is a 62% loss. Now, just imagine when you are doing either a fund transfer or, maybe paying some brokerage commission or maybe some currency transfer, you don't think much about it because, you think, this is just 0.5%. But this is the result of just a 0.5% leakage, which compounds over your lifetime. And while many of us investors, we think we understand compounding, I have noticed that the ignorance or lack of understanding of how compounding works on our expenses is staggering. Even people who really understand compounding, they don't, because this is not intuitive, because this is just 0.5%. How is it leading to a cumulative loss of 62%? And you want to see if there are 4 transactions in a year with leakage on either side, instead of $10.8 million, it comes to just $1.6 million, which means you lose 86% of your potential wealth, which is supposed to be your money. Either you're giving it away to someone or you're just flushing it down the toilet. So this is the reason, guys. I mean, even if you are not doing fancy in terms of, what you're investing in, if you just keep in mind these things, and if you can figure out a way to reduce activity, inaction will win hands down. Your end result will be dramatically better. I hope the message is loud and clear. So this is like a pledge that we all are taking in order to be better investors, that we need to figure out ways of reducing leakage. Now, I'm going to share with you a story of a good friend of mine. This friend, he's a fitness buff, regularly runs around, jumps around, eats right, maintains good habits, sleeps in time, wakes up early, meditates, is very environmentally conscious. Somehow, I sometimes feel very jealous about him. Somehow, everything is right about him, does everything right, but just one thing when it comes to managing his investments. And I have tried telling him several times, and his retort has always been, "Oh, I don't have time to learn about these stuff, so I gladly, hand over my investment needs to my banker." Now, nothing wrong in doing that as long as he realizes how he is leaving money on the table. And by the way, I mean, this is actually a common friend. Many of you actually know him. And I have, even tried asking him to come and attend this webinar, but I have been unsuccessful. But I mean, to be fair to him, when I told him that, can I share your story with your picture? He very gracefully agreed. So, you'll see many of you actually know him. So this is that friend of mine. You know, he he thinks he's having a great time. He thinks he is, making a lot of money, but he's not realizing he's basically at the receiving end of all those not so sexy secrets that we talked about. Now, interestingly, my friend just sent his son to the same US university. He studied in the US, where he himself studied the same program. And he was very proud. So he basically committed to spending several hundreds of thousands of dollars for his son's higher education, which is great, which is fantastic. It's a great university, great program, and US universities are not cheap. It'll probably cost him by the time he graduates, maybe close to $500,000. Now, I keep trying to prod him, and I keep trying to tell him that it's great, but along with that, why don't you also invest in some investing education? Because I ask myself, well, you went to the exact same education program that your son is attending, but what has been the end result? You are still blissfully ignorant about all these termites which are eating into your portfolio. I mean, I told him, along with all these hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe you should budget to invest another, say, 10 20,000 dollars to get yourself and your son some quality investing education. Now, he of course did not listen to me, but he's actually on one hand, he doesn't listen to me, but he shares with me the products and all that he's investing in. And for those of you, who are familiar with these private banking products, or even many of the privileged bankings, there's something called ELNs, that is the equity linked notes, which is nothing but a put option, which we can do ourselves. So let's say the same example of StoneCo, that strategy. I showed you that I sold a put option where I generated a 15% return. So a bank will package that product into something called an ELN and take it to the unsuspecting client. The client might be rich, but does not have the necessary financial education, like my froggy friend. And the bank goes and tells this person that, hey, you know what, this is a great product, which will give you a 6% return on your cash. So this is something like a bond investment. And my froggy friend would find it very interesting, because the bank interest rates are currently almost 0%. So for him, 6% is a very attractive return. So he would go for it. And the bank would say that we feel that the share price will stay above $55. I have no idea how the bank came up with that, but they would say that anyway. And if, however, the share price comes below 55, then you'll have to own the share. And because my froggy friend is not investment savvy, for him, a share price dropping is a scary thing. So anyway, so he shared with me the result of all these ELN products that he invested in, over the years. And because for him, he has not researched the company, right? Probably even the bank people, the people who share these products, even they don't go as much as deep as we do. So every time something like this happens, he goes and sells the stock at a loss. So over the last 3-4 years, he has raked up losses just from these ELNs of over $500,000. I mean, he's a fairly wealthy guy. Now, imagine all he had to do is, go through a proper self-education program where he tried to save money, but by not, investing in his investment education. And in the process, he flushed $500,000 down the toilet. So I actually recommended that he do this. I, in fact, told him that this is a book. In fact, I'm going to gift him this book. And while we don't recommend stocks, but this is a recommendation I'm making to all of you. At the first possible opportunity, this book has been written about 80 years back by Fred Schwed. It's a hilarious book. There have been several new versions, and this is, I think, the 2006 version, which has intro by Jason Zweig. It's an absolute must read, very relevant to many of the stuff that we are discussing today.
If you found this video interesting, then you should definitely join our research platform. It's completely free to join. There are no hidden costs. And that's where we publish our free research on several high quality businesses, which are typically compounders. The link to join is available in the description section below. And I also welcome you to join our Facebook group called the Investment Forum. That's a place where we discuss these high quality businesses with several other DIY serious investors. And you will benefit from the discussion, I'm pretty sure. And if you enjoyed this video, can I please request you to hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel. It does not cost you a penny, but it'll really help us with the YouTube algorithm. And we will be able to notify you whenever we are coming up with other interesting videos on company research or other investment concepts. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for your time.